Hello, today's video we have the following content.
In 2025, will Xiao Zhan no longer be a top star? The pre-sale box office of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero starring Xiao Zhan during the Spring Festival was 300 million, but the final cumulative amount was only 650 million, far below the target. The reputation of the film's quality is controversial, and Xiao Zhan's traffic is a double-edged sword, warning the film and television industry that quality is the basis of box office. Xiao Zhan's traffic is a double-edged sword, warning the film and television industry that quality is the basis of box office. The Spring Festival of 2025 is undoubtedly a severe test for Xiao Zhan in the movie The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero starring him. The film is adapted from Jin Yong's classic martial arts novel and directed by the well-known director Sui Hark. It should have been a major attraction during the Spring Festival. However, despite the impressive pre-sale results, the final box office was far from expectations, which can't help but make people question, has Xiao Zhan, the former top star, lost his appeal? The huge gap between pre-sales and reality before the movie was released, The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero relied on Xiao Zhan's strong fan base to achieve a staggering pre-sale box office of 300 million yuan. This figure not only shows Xiao Zhan's strength as a top star, but also indicates that the film is expected to become the box office champion of the Spring Festival. However, with the official release of the film, the situation has changed dramatically. According to the latest box office data, the cumulative box office of the film is only about 650 million yuan, far below the guaranteed target of 1.5 billion yuan, and even unable to cover its high cost. The problem of film quality and word of mouth is not caused by a single reason, but the result of multiple factors. First of all, the quality and reputation of the film have become the biggest points of controversy. The audience generally reflects that The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero, has obvious deficiencies in plot adaptation and character creation. For example, the growth process of Guojing in the original work was greatly simplified, and the charm of Wang Rong's role was also weakened, which disappointed many loyal book fans. In addition, the film relies too much on special effects and ignores the action design and narrative skills that traditional martial arts films should have, which has also caused many film critics to criticize the film for losing the soul of martial arts movies. The double-edged sword effect of top stars as a top star, Xiao Zhan undoubtedly played a huge role in the early promotion stage of the film. However, once the film is released, if the quality is not up to standard, then even more traffic support cannot save the box office decline. In fact, Xiao Zhan's participation has not only brought high pre-sale box office to the film, but also limited the film's artistic expression space to some extent. In order to cater to the tastes of fans, the script has to make compromises, such as reducing the plot of Wang Rong's Battle of Wits and increasing the female competition between Guojing and Huojing. Although these changes have attracted a lot of fans' attention in the short term, in the long run, they have damaged the overall quality of the film and affected the viewing experience of ordinary audiences. The box office failure of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero, not only allows us to see the ups and downs of Xiao Zhan, a top star, in the box office appeal, but also sounded the alarm for the entire film and television industry. In an era where traffic is paramount, the influence of stars is certainly important, but the quality of the film is the fundamental factor that determines the success or failure of the box office. Only by returning to the essence of the film, carefully polishing the script and improving the production level, can we truly win the recognition of the audience and the favor of the market. Xiao Zhan fans helped a lot. Without Xiao Zhan, The Legend of the Condor Heroes would probably be at the bottom. The pre-release of the new The Legend of the Condor Heroes was very popular, with high pre-sale box office, but the reputation plummeted after the release. The complaints include confusing language, awkward plot, and over-the-top special effects. The problem is that the elements are overexerted and piled up. Movies need to speak with quality, and filming with heart is the key. The new The Legend of the Condor Heroes, I think, is a bit interesting. Before the release, the scene was full of gongs and drums, firecrackers, red flags and crowds of people, just like the New Year. Sui Hark directed it, Xiao Zhan starred in it, and it was Mr. Jin Yong's signature. This combination is the password for traffic. The pre-sale box office was so hot that fans were clamoring to buy tickets, more actively than the Double 11 rush. What was the result? As soon as the movie was released, my goodness, The reputation plummeted faster than bungee jumping. Debin's score has been declining, and the comments area is full of complaints, more lively than a vegetable market. What is going on? Let's talk about the opening first. The Mongolian army fought with the Jin soldiers. The Mongolians spoke Mongolian and the Jin people spoke Mandarin. What's the operation? Is this a hodgepodge of languages? Does the director think that the audience is proficient in 8 languages and can automatically switch channels? What's more, the Story King mode was directly turned on later. Xiao Zhan and Zhuang Dafei took turns to read the lines one by one, explaining the plot clearly. Guo Jing and Wang Rong met. Guo Jing became Huang Qigan's apprentice. These wonderful scenes in the original book have all become the scene of the storytelling competition of elementary school students. The audience paid to watch the movie, not to listen to the radio drama. This plot is also full of slots. Huo Zheng immediately saw through the relationship between the two because Wang Rong called Brother Jing, and then casually proposed to break up, and said, "Our relationship is like a grain of sand on the grassland, which will be scattered by the wind." Does the screenwriter have any misunderstandings about the grassland? There is so much sand on the grassland. When the wind blows, the sky is full of yellow sand. Can breaking up solve this problem? And the love scene between Guo Jing and Wang Rong is so embarrassing. The lines are so corny that they give me goosebumps. They say this world is too big, I can lose you if I'm not careful. Please, you two are fleeing. Can you save your life first and stop using these sour words? Let's talk about the special effects. Director Sui Hark is a veteran in special effects. But this time, the special effects are a bit too much. Guo Jing's 18 dragons subduing palms is like fireworks, colorful and dazzling. This is a martial arts film, not a magic film. Let's talk about it. What is the problem with this film? I think it's too much effort, trying to cram in all the elements, but it backfired. Jin Yong's original work is already very exciting. The key to the remake is how to reinterpret it with film language, rather than simply piling up elements. The power of fans is indeed strong, and they can raise the pre-sale box office to a very high level. But the quality of the movie will ultimately speak for itself. Fans can help you temporarily, but not forever. Good wine needs no bush, and good movies will naturally be appreciated by people. I guess after watching this movie, the fans will also wonder in their hearts, is this the ticket I worked so hard to get? In the final analysis, making a movie still requires heart. Movies are not only an art, but also a transmission of emotions and expression of thoughts. Work shot with heart, no matter how ordinary the subject matter is, can touch people's hearts and leave a deep impression. On the contrary, if you just pursue short-term interests and ignore the quality of the script, the performance of the actors and the details of the production, it will only disappoint the audience and even lose trust in the creators. Don't just think about making quick money and cutting leaks. Such a mentality may bring considerable box office revenue in the short term, but it cannot establish a long-term reputation. The audience is not without judgment. They are willing to pay for truly excellent and sincere works, but they will not tolerate being perfunctory and deceived again and again. Those works that only pursue traffic and ignore the depth of content will eventually be eliminated by the market and will not leave any value. The audience's eyes are sharp and cannot be fooled. A truly touching movie is often the result of the creator's love and hard work. It may not have dazzling special effects or a star lineup, but it can be deeply rooted in the hearts of the audience with its sincere story, superb performance and unique perspective. Times are changing, and the audience's aesthetics are constantly improving. Only by maintaining awe in pursuit of film art can we create masterpieces that stand the test of time. Telling every story with heart and respecting the audience's emotional experience are the original intention and essence of film creation. As the old saying goes, sharpening the knife does not delay the chopping of wood. The same is true for filmmaking. Instead of spending time on those fancy publicity, it is better to make a good movie down to earth. Truly excellent works do not need excessive packaging, and they can impress the audience and win word of mouth with their inherent strength. Publicity is important, but it is just icing on the cake. The core that determines the success or failure of a movie is always the content itself. A carefully polished movie, whether it is the details of the script, the performance of the actors, or the use of lens language, will exude a unique charm. The audience can feel the sincerity behind the work. Even if there is no overwhelming advertising, it will be passed on by word of mouth, so that more people are willing to go to the theater. And those movies that rely only on marketing hype but ignore the quality of content are often short-lived and quickly forgotten. Movies are the art of storytelling. Instead of trying hard to create gimmicks, it is better to calm down and carve every character, every line, and every frame. The audience's aesthetic taste is becoming more and more mature. They are eager to see sincere, profound, and warm works, rather than being attracted by empty packaging and false selling points. Therefore, the most important thing in making a movie is to return to the original intention and focus on the creation itself. Only by truly putting in effort can we create classics that stand the test of time. This is not only a respect for the audience, but also a reverence for the art of film.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.